Yo, yo, yo. What is up, folks? We're back. We're ready for some crack. Some D2 crack. What's going on, Trace? How you doing? Oh, man, I'm gonna need a little self-refresher. You know what? First things first. Rest in peace, Uncle Phil. Let's go ahead and make up a couple mules, because our shared stash is becoming quite huge, and I would hate to lose something. Just because we don't have our stuff on mules. Let's go unique. I don't know. For now, we'll just do weapons. Playing Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare with the girlfriend. Did you get your tower defense stuff all done? Oh, I didn't make it hardcore. What am I, a loser? Yo, what's up, Hamdan? How you doing? Been a little while. But I always see you in Sir Fox's streams. Patches out. Good stuff, man. Congrats. You're not doing too good, Hamdan. What's going on? If you'd like to share. Hope just something temporary. Okay, so let's just grab anything that's a weapon and unique, and we'll just throw it on this person for now. Just want to clear up some of this. Okay, feedback's extremely good so far. That's awesome, Trace. It's always good when you put in the work and it's getting recognized. That's great. It'd be terrible if they came back and they're like, well, actually, I couldn't imagine being a developer for a bigger game, because I feel like even with this, right? Even with G2, you know, Reign of the Warlock, I feel like a lot of people like it. Some people don't, but typically the louder crowd is the people who don't like it, right? So I mean, it could be really rough. I couldn't imagine. Like, you got to really have a good mental fortitude to to work on stuff like this. Let's just do glove and boots. Clean this up, and then we'll get into some farming. It's been a little while, man.
Good day.
Yo, what's up, J-Bix? Checking in from the lunch break. I thought you didn't stream Wednesdays. Well, I knew that you were working, J-Bix, so I figured, you know what, today I'll stream. And then you just let me know your next couple days off, and I'll make sure that I'm not on for those days, okay? Alright, so you landed in Dubai on the 15th. Okay. Oh. Oh shit, yeah. That is crazy. I hope you're staying safe, and yeah, all I can say is good luck to you. That is a really rough situation to be in. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's really crazy. That is wild. I couldn't imagine. Yeah, I mean, it's not really related, but kind of related. Like, I had a friend who was supposed to go to Mexico. She had a vacation booked, and then all that stuff with the cartel went down, so she canceled that. Luckily, she had enough time to cancel and not go down, but Christ, yeah, that is wild. That's wild. I'm like a little 1% worried, because we have a Japan trip. I've been talking about it for a long time, but we have a Japan trip in May, and I know they're talking to Japan about some stuff, you know, trying to get them to do this or that related to the strait, and yeah, I just hope, like, I'm being hopeful that that's, you know, never gonna really affect Japan in a way that would be dangerous for tourists, but even just hearing them mention the country's name is like, ugh, please no, man. Do you really feel that way, JBX? You feel like the news is censored? I feel like I hear so much about it, but I always kind of just assume that it's basically just American news anyways, so. Okay, this should be fine. I just wanted to have some space. You do know what's gonna happen because your fam says that it's inconsistent. Like some days you hear some stuff and other days it's nothing. Yeah, yeah. Casualties and war efforts are definitely skewed in a positive light to keep us in the dark. Yeah, I could see that.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. That's crazy. That is crazy. Wild times we're living in. Okay, what do we got going on here? Resistances are looking really good. Poison resin not so much, but I guess we're not too worried about that. We're pretty much just good. Neelathak's temple is terrorized right now. I don't really think I'm too interested in doing any terror zones tonight. Pick our mercenary back up. Yeah. Looking too hot. We definitely need like a towel face would be nice. Let's see if we can do... Let's just see how a player's 1 chaos feels. We do some chaos runs. Unfortunately, no call to arms. On Friday, it's going to be aid. You're not Muslim. Okay, no, that's... I was a little bit curious, but... Yeah. Yeah, that's scary, man. Especially just because from what I'm seeing, like, they're targeting, like, residential stuff, right? Like, there's, like, schools and shit being attacked, and... It's not even like you can say, oh, no, you know, I'm nowhere near where the action's actually happening. It's like the action's happening everywhere. Definitely crazy. And I'm hoping that they won't use holidays as like an excuse to do more because they know that people are, you know, out celebrating and stuff. That would be terrible. You excited to get your first torch, but the warlock is way OP. What did you use for the torch? Use mirrored blades or? Yeah, I mean every version of the warlock is just another class on crack, really. So I'm not surprised. I mean that's why I did the what's it called? The Ubers with the Urdar, just to see like how weak could you be and still clear one of the hardest, supposedly hardest things in the game, right? They're doing online school. That makes sense. That's pretty good. At least we can, right? What's my Treachery Pock, and then you used Authority, and then you used Echoing Strike. Yeah, that makes sense. The damage is just high enough that you don't even need Crushing Blow, which is wild. I mean, on one hand, it's nice, right? Like, it's nice to have a class that can kind of do everything. But on the other hand, it's not really what we're used to, right? We're used to having, like, specific classes do specific things. Yeah, the paladin can do everything if you respec him, right? But it's not like you're MFing with a smiter, right? Like, that's what I mean. It's more like you can go in and do Ubers, and then with the same build go and run multiple other maps. Kind of unheard of, right? Spam the Ubers now before they nerf it. I don't know. I mean, I assume they're gonna nerf it, but I really don't think it needs to be nerfed. I'd rather see everything else get buffed. By the way, the airport thing also struck an oil tank and it started to burn. Yeah, I heard about that stuff. Like, the air quality and all that was pretty terrible, right? Burning oil is pretty dirty. Yeah, gas is not doing too hot right now. Luckily, working from home has saved me from really feeling that, but the wife has long drives, so. Lock's definitely getting nerfed. Cooley did a 1v5 and 1 with the lock. Oh, man. Yeah, exactly, Jay. And the treachery, you probably didn't even need to do it. It was probably overkill. Like, I get why you did, but I'm just saying, right? But yeah, that's how I see it different from other classes. Like, I don't know. I guess in D2 essence, it should be nerfed, right? Like, to keep the game feeling less like some of those earlier, or sorry, newer, like more modern ARPGs, I guess. IK boots. I think those are new. Nice. The Grailer. Let's get some of this stuff. The Blood Boil playstyle is nice, Trace, but it's definitely oh yeah, I forgot we found this too. That's pretty cool. It's definitely slower, right? So I feel like it won't get a lot of play because typically the you know, the slower the build, the weaker the build, the less play it gets, but pretty good. We have lethargy too, right? Look at that, man. Love that. Sweet. I'm gonna partisan. I'm pretty sure we already have that. We'll check. You have no resistances. You did it to, you did the treachery part to cap your resistances. Nice. Did you try Echoing Strike? Yeah, I've tried Echoing Strike. I tried it with a couple things, not on this character, but before we started the Hardcore Grail. I like it. I think it's a fun, I really like spells like that in games where you can throw them out and like they come back to you. I think that's a lot of fun to play with. I don't know. I really just like using the bound demon though. Like, yeah, we have that already. It's just fun. I like summon builds. I like being able to just kind of sit back and let the summons do the work. That's always nice. No, Dan, I didn't get the D-Web, unfortunately. I decided to start the Hardcore Grail instead. Especially because it was like, hey, now we don't just need the Death's Web, we need like a whole bunch of other stuff too. So I was like, you know what? We'll just start the Hardcore. Alright, thanks for checking us out, Jay Bakes. Hope you have a good rest of your shift, man. It's going to be a short stream tonight anyways. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss another one. But I appreciate you guys hanging out. Yeah, it's pretty sad, Hamden. Almost 7,000 Andy runs. We didn't get the Death Web. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy, but what can you do? I'm sure we'll find it on Hardcore way sooner than than we were on the other one, so it's okay. Yeah, Blood Boil probably is the most balanced of them all, Trace, you're right. And that's why nobody likes it. Because it's too balanced. rune. Would be nice to get a good rune earlier on. I'd love to get a call to arms ASAP. Obviously, being on hardcore, it's rough having only 1500 life. I don't think we'll be doing any farming out like above players 3. Maybe, I don't know, maybe some of the easier stuff, like maybe like Countess, if we ever wanted to do keys. But especially until we have a call to arms. But now this should be good enough. I mean, if we were playing with another character that wasn't the Warlock, we would probably start with like players 1, players 3 anyways, just because, you know, we don't got it like that. This is one of those situations where I'm like, yeah, we could probably do players 5. Like, we're just hella strong, but I don't want to risk getting hit with a random thing. Yeah, poor Whirlwind Barb. I just hope if they do nerf the Warlock, they buff some other stuff, you know? Like buff Whirlwind, buff Poison, buff the Boson a little bit. That'd be nice too. Just don't nerf the Bound Demon, because this is too much fun. Yeah, the Whirlwind Barb is completely useless, honestly. Like, there's a little bit of play when it comes to PvP, because your single target damage against other players is okay. But I don't even think really PvP outside of like Barb versus Barb, I don't really think you see Whirlwind. Like, you're barely feasible against another Barb, let alone something else that's just better. Fun skill, but nobody does PvP in D2 except like 5 people. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of PvP. I do have a feeling that the majority of the big PvPers probably stayed in LOD though, because of all of like the big PvPers had like the end game items, the type of items that you'll never see in your entire life unless you are like botting on 20 accounts. So I think when D2R was announced, a lot of people were like, nope, I'm not playing because I got all this wealth and it's going to take another 20 years for these items to even be found in D2R, let alone for me to get my hands on them. So PvP's pretty big in LOD from what I know. But I just can't, man. When the new graphics came out, I was like, yeah, I don't think I can ever go back. Players 3, that's not bad. Feels pretty safe. I feel like once we have some all skills and we can get our sigils a little bit bigger, pretty good. Yeah, I haven't done PvP in forever. I used to PvP like way back in the day, like 10 years plus ago. I liked playing Paladin, Sorceress, and Boson was pretty fun. Even Javazon's pretty fun because you could just walk up and hit them with a poke and all the charge bolts just annihilate people. But I never did any like actual structured PvP. It was only just like, you know, the game called Duels with 4 Z's. Never understood the idea of PvP in D2. I think PvP in D2 is a little bit more fun when it's structured because you get like the rule sets of, you know, if you're doing GM, you can't use like absorb items. You can't use specific items that were just considered to be like broken. I think like grief is one of the banned items. So when you get into a more structured kind of PvP like that, it feels a lot less random and more, I don't want to really say that it's like completely skill, because, you know, you've seen smiters versus smiters. It doesn't really look like skill to me, but yeah. At some point though, it becomes mostly just like who has the best items, which can start to feel a little bit unfun. That's why I like just regular duels games. Just free for all, every man for themselves. Because it'd be fun, like you'd go into a game and there'd be one guy that's just smacking everyone. And then you would get on a character that is a complete counter to that character. And then now he's all pissed off, so he leaves and he comes back with a character that's a counter to your character. It was fun. When you had like 3 or 4 characters that you could kind of cycle through, it was pretty fun. Smite is just hold right click and hope. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Players 3 Diablo is definitely going down a little bit slower, but we'll get there. Still, it's been years since I've gotten anything decent off of Diablo, and I don't know why I still try. I still have hope. I really shouldn't. I guess we'll just sell this. The gold, probably worth it, considering how broke we are. Yeah, obviously PvP is not necessarily for me. I'm all for the single player stuff. $137. All right, Hamdam, good luck. Stay safe. And thanks for hanging out. God, I can play so differently when you're doing hardcore. Like, normally I would not care about anything being around me, and I've just face tank everything. And now I have to actually worry about positioning. Gross. Shale room. Honestly don't even know if Players 3 is worth it at this point. Like, maybe that was just like a rough champion pack, but it's feeling quite a bit slower than before. Maybe it was just that champion pack. Oh, we need some levels too. We gotta hit 90. 92 even. Before we really feel a slowdown in like actually getting upgrades. At this point, we still need Yeah, Blood Oath, Engorge. And we do need a Hell Lister. Like, this Lister is probably 20 or 25 levels lower than it needs to be. Oh. Nice. Trailer. Love to see it. The ghosts are nice and weak. I need a map that's just ghosts. Nice and weak. Lots of runes, lots of jewelry. Like, come on. How good is that? I don't understand why phase blades can roll with the self-repair mod. Like, is it just laziness from Blizzard? Probably. There should definitely be like certain mods that can't. Yeah, I mean, ethereal phase blades still don't need the self-repair, right? Silly Blizzard. Nice. What are we looking at? Blood Oath. I think that Blood Oath is just the way to go. Just for the damage taken goes to your demon part. Like, it's a good synergy and it's going to keep us alive. I take that. What are we at now? Anywhere from like 2 to 3 and a bit K? Not bad. A lot of these guys are immune to fire though, so I mean, even with the conviction, because we're not a high enough level to break these immunities anymore with the conviction, so a little bit sad. Luckily, it doesn't really matter. It would just be a lot faster. So, no big deal. Nice. Always gives me a little bit of a panic to see my oh, nice. That's a really good one. That is massive. Sweet. A 3-3, baby. At least Diablo's no problem. I swear I can go and get another copy if I wanted to. Easy peasy. 24% damage taken and negative 37% enemy defense, which is probably actually pretty big. I'm not sure what Lister's hit chance is, but I think we have this. Oops. I think we have a pretty good map from Mephisto too, don't we? Yes, we do. That's actually insane. Okay, let's do some Mephisto runs. It's a really good map. Wow. Gotta be a little bit careful, but as long as there's no random dolls. Plus, the walk is so short. Like, we don't even need to use the TP stuff. Beauty. And this is super safe. This is probably the best way to farm right now. Just considering how safe it is. And how quick. Like, that's wild. And he comes back when he's done. What a loyal little guy. The bone helm. Tank witch, did we already have that? It did not. It did not give us a little animation there. Mephisto's a little bit scary still because I can't stand too far back without the demon coming to check on us, and then he does stuff like that. It's like, what the hell, man? At least he's not immortal, yeah. He's definitely very safe, but not immortal. Not immortal. Yeah, this could be a pretty good farming spot. Protector shield, actually kind of want to pick that up. We do need bases and stuff again. I gotta get used to actually picking up bases and checking them out. I got so used to just having everything we needed, and now I'm in a new position. Love that you can just send them ahead too. Oh. Does that become better than what I have now? Probably, right? I mean, I do need the strength, so I'm not going to be able to use it even if I do find it. Even though I have 30 points, it's not even enough. I think at that point it might be worth respecking though. Like, I wasn't too sure about needing all skills, but now I feel like having the sigil, having all these skills here, it's not bad. Yeah, it makes hardcore so fun. Yeah, exactly. Not being immortal, needing to actually care about what you find. That's the way to play. I'm hoping we find a nice rune off of these guys. You know, on the softcore, the council members right here were where I forgot my first Ohm rune, and that was after having done like thousands and thousands of lower cross runs. So we found a bunch of runes, but no Ohm. An Ohm rune would be really, 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 really nice. Mephisto can drop some good stuff. The super chest can drop some good stuff, and as we know, the racks can drop some good stuff. So this is a pretty chill little area. Breastplate, do we have that one? We don't. The Venom Ward. Beautiful. Oil potion? How is oil potion not part of my filter? Hide. It's not under potions? What's it under? The hell? Ammunition? How is this not? How is it not under potions? I wonder if... Oh, actually, I guess it could be a thrown weapon, couldn't it? Yeah, it is. Wow, that's funny. Okay, we'll hide the potions. Clear up some of the clutter. I would hate to miss a rune or something from chest drops, so... It's the only fear I have playing without my trusty modded loot filter. I'm seeing so many people make call to arms and like scourges and notes and all sorts of like weird weapons now because they make it for the warlock and they're like, you know what, I have the reduction on what it, you know, the requirements are, so I'll just make it in whatever. I think it's so funny. It's totally viable. It's just like, just wait until you make another character and you're like, wait a second, I need 136 dexterity? What's going on here? Ooh. The rare jewel. Oh god. Okay, we gotta empty this out. I wonder if I can get rid of a couple of the charms. Like, ugh, this is just so good though. Oh, we actually don't even need this to hit max cold res? Jesus. We have a lot of resistances. Okay. Let's throw this in. Oh, didn't mean to do that one. Let's see, what else can we get rid of? Yeah, even this one. Wow. And that we need. That we need. 7% MF. Oh. I don't know. Okay, we need all of those. 7% MF. What do we have? 106%. I really want more inventory space, but I think I want MF even more. Yuck. Oh my god. Trying to position. Yuck. Ugh, players 3, no drop chance. So sad. Oh. Oh. Jeez, man. Keep your eyes on the prize, Mephisto. There's a guy right in front of you. Don't worry about little old me. My goodness. No, we have both of those. Already finding duplicates is wild. We have like 2% of the Chronicle filled up, and he's already dropping us duplicates. Unbelievable. My goodness. Those are those epic drops I was talking about. We'll probably start doing some terror zones once we're closer to like 90 something. I mean, even, maybe like 87. Because I think right now, while we probably could do them, it doesn't really help us much. And it just makes it harder. Yeah, I'm really worried about the heralds. Oh, Okay, looks like we're alright, but there were dolls. Dolls. Yeah, like I'm a little bit worried about just getting one shot by a herald, so we might wait until I have like at least maybe max resistances would be like a good. Oh my god, an Ist rune out of the chest. Let's go. What? One of the big runes we need for the call to arms. Let's go, baby. That is massive. What the hell, out of the random chest? Holy shit. That is nice, man. I'm gonna put up the drops. I didn't think we'd get anything. Let's go. That is freaking wild. That's awesome, man. That's why I gotta hit those chests, man. The poppables. One of my favorite things about D2 is just the unpredictability of hitting those little poppables. They give you the little bit of doubt when you pass by them without opening them. It's like you could be missing something nice. That's great. As much as I would love to use it, I think we're gonna need a little bit more before we can go ahead and do that. But we just need a Mal and an Ohm rune now. Mal and an Ohm rune. Getting an early call to arms would be massive. Absolutely massive. Oh, that Ist. I've always really loved the graphic of the Ist rune. Like, I think it looks really pretty. Let's go. That's awesome. Doesn't look like we have a really good roll on these racks. They're dropping some pretty garbage items, but you never know. I think... Oh, wow. Damn. Nice. I think because we're not, like, teleporting in, there's a lot of unpredictability between, like, how we approach the rack, which we've talked about before, has kind of a pretty big impact. So who knows? But let me quickly write that down. Where did I... Oh, it feels so nice to not be changing the date and time too, because my recordings are actually going to have the correct date on them. So nice. When did we get that? Let's go. Nice. That's awesome, man. The highest rune we have so far. So we can either find another rune, because I think we could cube that up, right? Let me just check out the cube recipes really quick. Yeah, so 2 makes a Mal. We don't need 3. That's great. So we either find an or a Mal, and then we need an Ohm, and then we have a huge upgrade. Very nice. Yeah. Do I need to make a new game? So. Wow, we actually found something. I can't believe it. Some of the best stuff to find early too. Socket in the shotgun. No way. I already have the P topaz. I'm not doing that for 1% more. That's rich people shit, man. I'm not there yet. I don't have it like that. You think I'm gonna do that for 1%? I wouldn't even give up a lucky grand charm for 7%. Like, that's how desperate I am right now for an additional MF, which I guess kind of makes an argument on why I should do it, but oh, there's a lot of shit going down in there. I'll stay right out here. This is great. Experience is actually pretty decent. Not bad at all. The saber, the angelic sickle. It's a grailer if I've ever seen one. Oh, see? completely different item when we come from this way instead of that way. Maybe I will continue to come from that way though, because I don't mind getting free offhand. Ah, our first charge essence, which is actually worth picking up. Man, never thought I'd see the day. And a topaz, which we actually need if we get another Very good. Not too shabby. Oh, it feels nice to actually get something, you know? I mean, we have the Shaco, which is really, really nice, and we did get a duplicate of that, but I felt dirty because we were getting it off of Andy. I need stuff that comes from not Andy. How about that? Stocking up a little bit of gold as well. Gambling might come in handy. On an early account, gambling cannot be undervalued. Oh shit. No, get away. Not too bad, but God, they're impossible to see. Like, they're just these little freaking rats. Absolutely unbelievable. If you can't even see what's going on over there, you just know there's action. Good job, buddy. Keep up the good work. Stand back and let him do all the work. Okay. That's new. That's not. Whole load of nothing. To be expected from players 3. I mean, even when I was doing just moat trick, I would probably still do players 5. It could probably up it, but I don't want to push my luck. Like, if I get some unlucky setup, just like some lightning enchanted or fire enchanted guys that kind of come out from nowhere. I don't know. Doesn't feel like it's worth it. I'm just scared. That's why I think this, the hardcore grail is going to take a long time, because I'm going to be scared for a while. I'd like to say I'm not going to let my guard down for for a while until we have some really, really great stuff, but knowing myself, I will probably become impatient, and I mean, I kind of already saw it with the Andy runs using the TP, the teleport, a little bit aggressively. Might just take some getting used to though. Got the firewall on firewall, man. Heavy boots. We have these already, yeah. We also have the Eisenheart, but yes, we do. Superior Forgotten Volume. These are some elite offense. It won't be hard to find an upgrade for the offhand, but the rhyme is nice. You know, we got the MF, we got the CBF, we got the resists. It's like, do I really want to trade that off for more skill points? I don't know. Not really. It's quite nice. Souls or dolls like 4 maps in a row, man. Hell. Yeah, a lot of this stuff I feel like it's going to be a little bit difficult to find upgrades for, just because it's all keeping me so healthy with the resistances. We're going to need to find some all-res stuff to make up for it, or some inventory stuff. And then we can go a little bit more into the damage. It'd be nice to get a good insight base off of that rack. We might switch over to echoing strikes. Just need a decent weapon, right? Nice. We get the ist and not much else. Let's see if I can... That's a little bit. Oh god, again. God, the monster pool for this level must be 4 or 5 different things, because it seems like there's like a 90% chance we get dolls. Come on, buddy. How much MF you got? Ooh. I get excited when I see runes out for these guys. You never know. teasing me with these rune drops, man. You get one ist and all of a sudden anything's possible. Oh, Jesus. Pistol, man. That's why I don't want to play higher than players 3. Oh! Is that a Geats? Nice! Wow, that's actually great. Really bad roll. Really bad roll. Does it roll 20 to 40? Ugh, and I got 24. I mean, 24% MF though at this point is pretty nice, so I'll take it. I'll take it. And we got this, which is garbage. Actually, another decent drop. For this early on, you know? Not bad at all. Nice. Damn, it's nice seeing a unique Grand Charm and actually knowing what it is. When you do Terror Zones too much, it's always a freaking Sunder, and when you don't need Sunders, it's like the saddest thing. Like sometimes you're just like, give me a Geats. Okay. That's great. Very cool. Now we have 130% MF. Not bad. Okay, we will keep these for later, but clear up some NV space. What could we possibly gamble for right now? Like a belt, probably.
What do you need?
I mean, we're not going to upgrade this, right? Plated belt, I think I have the strength for that kind of stuff, right? 90. Just the problem is that this is not guaranteed to give you a belt that's going to give you enough slots. Like, that is super annoying. Ugh, maybe that's not the play. Maybe boots? Gloves even? I mean, we're not really using the Mage Fist. They do scale with the Blood Boil, but I'm not really using Blood Boil right now. What could we get that would be better? A little bit of resistance here would make it so that we can move off of some other stuff and still be tanky, but there's not really much. Wow, 40%. Damn. Ooh. Another 24% on these boots. You don't even give up much fire res either, but you give up the faster run walk, which I feel like for right now is not actually a big deal. Oh, you know what? This is what we should do. We should throw these on. We'll keep the other boots because they're better for when we're doing other stuff, but for right now, do that. And then also, didn't I also get chances and I just threw them away into a mule like an idiot? Because we're not even using the Mage Fist. Oh yeah, let's use these. Okay, we're stacking MF now. We are guaranteed to get some good drops. Or your money back. Okay, that puts us up to 187. So, I mean, yeah. A free 57. Actually, this is the same, but we lose fire res. We lose the fire res, but gain the move speed. The move speed's kind of nice, you know? Feels so slow. But the fire res, I think we'll do it. I don't think we really need the fire res because we're not really getting hit by those hydras. We can hide behind the wall. If it was lightning or cold, I would say no way because Mephisto can randomly one snipe us from like 100 HP with a quick little, oh shit, a quick little turnaround and lightning, but this should be fine. And now we have a ton of MF. 185%. Let's go. Let's go. Very nice. Gotta be a little bit careful of these guys now since we only have 51% fire res, but we do also have the dwarf star on for 15% fire absorb. So, like, even worst case scenario, we start getting hit by fire. It's not the worst thing in the world. I do wish the tether on this guy was a little bit longer. I feel like he snaps back to you without being really that far away. So keeping a distance is a little bit hard. But let's see, does this hurt us? Oh. I wanted to do a little bit of testing there, but the game said no. Like here, do we take damage? Yeah, but barely. Barely. We must be absorbing some of it and taking the other half. Come on, man. Like, seriously? What are you doing, Mephisto? Don't worry about me. Actually, you know what we could do? We can do a tainted. And that brings our fire res up to max. Because we don't need 2 defilers, so. Boom. Problem solved. Okay, come on, Mephisto. We got huge MF. The mall. We already have that. Bastard. I'll just find less now that we have more MF. That's just the way the game goes. Typical day in D2. The more you have, the less you have. Okay, so we'll do an F1 and an F7. That way we stay maxed. This is perfect. We literally traded for nothing. Just free MF. You'd love to see it. I don't think the Tainted does very much damage. It's actually not bad. Better than the 0 we were getting from the Defiler. Level are we 84? Experience is not bad for players 3. We'll probably do some bail runs eventually though. We probably want to do that sooner rather than later. Get ourselves a new lister anyways. As much as I'm kind of dreading it. It's probably the play. Really, as long as he's cursed, I don't really care about it, what else he has. Like, fanaticism would be good, conviction would be good. Anything else would probably be not as good, but a curse is all that matters. Giant sword. I think we have that already. We don't. Awesome. Take those. Vector shield. The gold find's actually pretty nice from the Geeds because these little council members drop like 10k already, so actually not bad. Helps you farm more gold, makes your gold more efficient because it makes items cheaper. What an item. I fully regret being into Blood Boil right now because it's not really doing much for me. I feel like maxing the Mastery, maxing Blood Oath. Maxing Deathmark would probably even be better. And Engorge. And just let my demon do all the work. Yeah, Engorge is probably best. I forgot how good this is. The attack speed, the lifesteal. Too good. The attack speed especially. The Defender. Nice. What's the Chronicle at? We're at a 13% and 32% for sets. It's actually not bad. How early we are? It's not too shabby. Obviously, the first 95%. About 10 times quicker than the last 5%, so. Doesn't mean too much. But still. I don't know what I'm really hoping for. Like, obviously anything to fill the Grail is good, but what would, like, really get me excited? Other than runes? Amaras. Amaras would be really, really wild. What else? Would an Iraq make me super happy? Yeah. I mean, I love the Iraq. I just think in this case, it's not necessarily crazy for us. It is if we switch to Echoing Strike. We get to take advantage of that faster cast rate. I think Trex would be pretty good because we do need the poison res. War Traps would make me really happy. Just an all-around upgrade. What else? Like, what are we hoping for in the armor slot here?
What do you need?
And that's one of the downsides of playing the summoner build. Is I feel less excited about the gear than I do when I'm playing something like a caster. Because the caster, like every piece of gear just gives you a nice little boost in your damage. Boost. I feel like with this build, there's a lot less of a return when you get plus the skill points, right? Like you're not really getting that much more. Especially if like in some cases you have to go and get a new demon to even get the upgrade, which sucks. But yeah, we'll probably look into switching to Echoing Strike eventually. Relatively soon, I should say. And then all that will really matter. I'm trying to think of like body armors that would be good for us. Ooh, 22% MF. We didn't have chances. On your Blood Boil build, do you think you spec out a Tainted to go for Big Demon? Yeah. Yeah, the Blood Boil's good with the Tainted, especially if you consume them. I know your Tainteds were doing crazy damage because of the synergy, right? But the big boy's just too good. Yeah, like the fire numbers look really good. but yeah, the big boy's too broken. The bill, the double bill, Billy Bob. Nice. You use defilers way more. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, the defilers making them share damage is just so massive. It's hard to give it up for anything else. Like, even here when I was using 2 defilers when I really did not need to. Just because it's kind of hard not to. But this is good. I mean, just having 1 point in the Summon Tainted and being able to grab 47% fire res for free is great for this kind of situation where I don't really need the second defiler. You're also farming meth a lot, and Tainteds don't do much damage. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I feel like if you are farming just bosses and you're getting to the bosses quickly, you're probably better off with the Goatman. I would have to assume that the crushing blow would just help you take it down a little bit quicker, like 2 Goatmen and a demon. But I don't know, like beside Blood Boil, maybe that's not right.
Hail to you, champion.
We've gotten a bit better gear, but your clear speed is like twice as yours. Yeah, which is crazy. But yeah, it's just because he's got amp damage, he's just going nuts with it. And this is a nightmare one. Like I feel like if I had a hell one, like okay, after this run, we'll do a couple bail runs, see if I can get a new cursed lister from hell, and then I'll call it a stream. But if we can get a hell one, I think the clear speed would be even better. Because it's stronger, it's tankier, not that that matters, and the aura level will be probably anywhere from 3 to 4 levels higher. Wow. Grand Charm. No, he's not scaled to hell. So when you bind a demon, it binds it at your level or the demon's level, whichever is lower, based on when you get it. So essentially what you're supposed to do is you go to normal, you get yours, you get a nightmare, you get one there, you go to hell, you get a new one in hell. And then the next time you can get an upgrade is when you hit level 90. I think when you hit level 94 and you have that terrorize +2 to 96, which is the cap. Then you get a higher level one. And that is important because if you're going for conviction, especially, it's important because that's the only way you can get a conviction that will be on the same level as the conviction from Affinity, which breaks most immunities. Shell. So the way that the auras work is dependent on the aura. But for conviction, I believe it's the monster level divided by 8. So at level 96, you get level 12, whereas at level 95, you get level 11. And that 1 point makes a big difference on what actually gets broken. If you're not going for conviction, it's not like the biggest deal, but still having an extra level in the aura is obviously good. So it's like, once you hit that level, you might as well go ahead and farm a new one. But for us, being in Nightmare and getting Lister versus being in Hell, like it's literally a 20-some level difference, right? So we are going to get 2 to 3 levels extra on the aura, plus all the other things that come with him just being a higher level, so. Okay, let's run down to players 1 and we'll do a couple. These potential get 1 more affix 2 if terrorized. Yeah, there's that too, right? Like some of these guys have so many affixes you can't even read them all. So it's like, that's pretty sweet. So this makes me a little bit scared. Our lightning res is not great. It's not bad, but it's not great. This tainted does not want to stay alive. He likes just being dead. Luckily, I think the blood boil does a little bit more down here than it does anywhere else. Look at that. Just reset if you see souls. Yeah, that's pretty much the plan here. Which sucks, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. God, we got pretty bad maps too. Yikes. Filers. Doesn't look like we have souls. The map's not horrible. We're pretty fast. You can only spawn in 2 and 4? Oh, okay. Okay. Honestly, like, I don't know much about, like, souls and the other, like, really scary stuff because I normally don't care. Like, I'll just take it. I'm gonna have to pay a lot more attention to that with the hardcore, right? So... it's looking good. We have one more monster type to detect. Spiderweb sash. Yeah, we're good. Okay, cool. We're just gonna hope for a cursed one, man. If we get one cursed list, I don't really care what the aura is. We'll just take it. We will just take it. Okay. See what we can get. These guys, no! These guys are bringing back the other guys. Stop what you're doing. Goddamn unravelers. That ain't right, man. They shouldn't be allowed to do that, I'm telling you. It's ridiculous. Aspired helm. Save that helm for cure. It's actually not a bad idea. I was gonna say the strength requirement is pretty high, but don't matter. Not cursed. Oh, it's such a pain to farm a decent one, but it'll be worth it. Yeah, we'll save that. 192 strength. It's so high. That's crazy. The AoE is so cool, man. The Defiler is such a great demon. Oh. Oh, wow. That's actually really good. Damn, if we didn't have the helm we have, that is not bad. 22 strength, 12 all res, plus 1 of skills. Of course, there's no way I use that now, but you know, if we're gonna farm a new list, right? I almost want to respec fully, just to get away from Blood Boil, and just really deck out the lister. If we don't find one tonight, I probably will before we start farming again. That way I can go full into Engorge, Demonic Mastery, Blood Oath, Bind Demon, and then probably as much as I can into Defiler after that. With all the points we save. I don't know though, like it is kind of nice on maps like this to just be able to spam the Blood Boil and take a lot of them out, but depends on what we want to farm. Probably have to figure that out. Jeez, look at these freaks. Holy. Christ. Going through a lot of potions here, wow. Yikes, man. This is a bit wild. Oh shit. Ooh. Yeah, no way. Jesus Christ. Okay, I think I'm just gonna end the stream here, guys. Trace, thank you for hanging out. Appreciate you. I know it was a little bit of a dead stream. It usually is when I take a little bit of a break, but I enjoy the company, and I will be back on Sunday for some more farming. Istrun and the Geats for one night. Not terrible. Honestly, we've had full streams and gotten less, so not too bad. On that note, take it easy. I'll catch you next time.